Hello, dear students. Welcome, everybody. In this video, I'm going to talk about uh, some topic of language. What is language, and what are the features of language? Under the subject of linguistic, I'm going to talk about this subject matter. Now, I'd like to request all the students, all the viewers, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video. That always makes me motivate to make such kind of video in the days to come. Now, no need to delay. Let's start to learn about this topic. What is language? What are its features under the linguistic? This video will be useful for B.Ed first year students who are majoring in English language under the subject of linguistic, fundamental of language and linguistic. Now let's start. What is language? As you know that language is a means of communication. We can we can send message from one person to another person using a language. So here there are various let's say scholars, they have defined language in their own way. uh, so here, language is the ability to produce and comprehend both spoken and written. And in the case of sign language, especially sign words there, understanding how language works means reaching across many branches of psychology, everything from basic neurological functioning to high-level cognitive processing. Language is always helpful there. Language shapes our social interaction and brings order to our lives. Complex language is one of the defining factors that makes us human. Two of the concepts that make language unique are grammar and lexicon, especially the main two concepts of that make the language always unique. They are grammar and lexicon. The five main components of language are phoneme, morpheme, lexeme, syntax, and context. Along with grammar, semantics, and pragmatics, these components work together to create meaningful communication among the individuals. So here some points to be considered. Phoneme is the smallest unit of sound that may cause a change of meaning within a language, but that doesn't have meaning by itself. That is phoneme. A morpheme is the smallest unit of word that provides a specific meaning to a string of letters, which is called a phoneme. Especially in morpheme, that is the smallest unit of word. Phoneme is the smallest unit of sound, whereas morpheme is the smallest unit of word. There are two main types of morpheme, that is free morpheme and bound morpheme. We have already discussed about this in our previous video. Uh, that is all lexeme. Lexeme is the set of all inflected forms of single word. That is lexeme. Syntax is the set of rules by which a person construct full sentences. That is syntax means a set of rules which a person construct full sentences there. Then next, context is how everything within language works together to convey a particular meaning. That is called context. So these things should be considered while studying about the language. That is phoneme, morpheme, lexeme, that is syntax, and context. We should get considered there. Then one more. That is all about this language. Uh, we should get to know. Especially, it is one of the important subject matter in linguistic there. Now let's discuss about mediums of language, especially in the medium language. The primary medium of language is auditory vocal medium. Most natural languages are conveyed by speech, especially here auditory vocal medium. It shows the speech. Another medium is visual gestural medium, as in sign language that uses eye, hands, face, and body. In visual gestural medium, especially in auditory vocal medium, that is language conveyed by the speech, whereas in visual gestural medium, that is language uh, that is conveyed by, that is eyes, face, body, that is gesture, using gesture, that is paralinguistic feature. Another one is medium of language is writing is another medium of language, which is a system of representing the words of a language by visual forms. Writing is also one medium of language. And next one is visual inscribed medium. Visual inscribed medium is the use of paintings, murals, carvings, and notches on sticks. They do not represent the words of language. They just describe the words, describe the context. That is visual inscribed medium there. Next one, design feature of human language. What are the, there are various feature of language. Now let's discuss about the various feature of language. First one is arbitrariness. So arbitrariness, there is often a recognizable link between the actual signal and the message an animal wishes to convey. In human language, the reverse is true. In the great majority of cases, there is no link between signal and the message. The symbol used are arbitrary, especially the symbol that we use to convey the message. They are arbitrary. There is no connection, for example, between the word elephant and the animal it symbolizes. So language are also they express arbitrariness. We get to know that. Next one is duality. Here especially duality shows animals which use vocal signals have a stock of basic sounds. A cow has under 10, a chicken has around 20, and a fox over 30. So most animals can use each basic sound only once. That is the number of messages an animal can send is restricted to the number of basic sounds. Here each human language has a stock of sound units or phonemes which are similar in number to the basic sounds possessed by animals. The average number is between 30 and 40, but each phoneme is normally meaningless in isolation. It becomes meaningful only when it is combined with other phonemes. That is the sound such as fa, ga, da, o mean nothing separately. They normally take the meaning only when they are combined together in various ways. That is fog, dog, god. So that is uniqueness of a language. Let's get to know. Next one is language is productivity. So language is productivity. It means most animals have a very limited number of messages they can send or receive. The male of the certain species of grasshopper, for example, has a choice of six, which might be translated as follow. That is, I am happy, life is good. I would like to make love. You are trespassing on my territory. She is mine. Let's make love. Oh, how nice to have made love. So all animals are limited in a similar way. Bees can communicate only about nectar. Dolphins seem to be restricted to communicating about the same things again and again. This restriction is not found in human language. Human can produce noble utterance uh, whenever they want to. So this shows that language is full of productivity. Next one is language is displacement. Most animals can communicate about things in the immediate environment only. A bird utters its danger cry only when danger is present. This type of spontaneous utterance is nearer to human babies' emotional cries of pain, hunger. Unlike most other animals, humans can discuss objects and events that are removed in the time and place. Human language can communicate about things that are absent or easily used about things that are present. This rare phenomenon well, in the next feature of language is cultural transmission. So here, cultural transmission, it is one of the characteristics that distinguish human language from animal communication, which means a language is learned in the environment or social group it is used in. So a language is passed from a generation to another by cultural transmission. Definitely, a language always transfer from one generation to another generation. So language is a cultural transmission, which is different from animal communication. Animal system of communication is instinctive and natural. The noises a cat makes in an environment is the same noise as another cat makes in a different environment. So the types of body behavior in human beings like laughing, smiling, and crying are universal, but they can be culturally modified and elaborated. So here there will be cultural differences in the way of communicating the language, in the way of uttering the language. That is another interesting, unique feature of language. And After that, language is reflexivity. Reflexivity, that is all creatures communicate in some way. However, we suspect that other creatures are not reflecting on the way they create their communicative messages or reviewing how they work. That is, one barking dog is probably not offering advice to another barking dog saying, hey, you should lower your bark to make it sound more menacing. They are not barking about barking, that's so. But here humans are clearly able to reflect on language and its use. For example, I wish you would not use so many technical terms. The property of reflexivity accounts for the fact that we can use language to think and talk about language itself. making it one of the distinguishing features of human language. It shows the human language has distinctive features. Without this distinct general ability, we would not be able to reflect on or identify any of the other distinct properties of human language. Uh, so that is all about the feature of language. That is all about that is uh, the subject matter that comes under the language we discussed just now. I hope students will get an idea from this video. uh, Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video. uh, Hope to meet you in our next video. Until then, take care.